What are some of the mean things that you've said to your boyfriend, even though he's doing his best?
If they have like a dream or something, you know, like try to insult that to kind of like get them down, I guess.
Just tell him like you're nobody, your rap career is not going to work out. What's the ultimate goal? Just to keep him in like a constant state of like depression?
I guess kind of like make them doubt themselves about like who they are as a person and like their own personalities and stuff like that, I guess. Yeah.
Fellas, be careful of the knowledge you consume on the internet, especially in the manosphere. My intention with this video is to make you aware of the obscure traits your girl may possess that you will likely ignore. They say what you don't know can't hurt you. I say what you don't know can and will hurt you. Be sure to check out part 1 of this series, links in the description below. And if you learn anything new in this video, which you will, be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. So let's get into it. Number 1, your girl smokes weed, vapes, or vapes. Most of you might do this yourself and you might be thinking it's nothing if your girl does it. First, you need to understand the hedonic treadmill and how smoking and masturbating can impact women's pair bonding ability with men. If your girl indulges in these activities, she's pair bonding with herself. Women release more oxytocin than men when partaking in pleasurable activities. Pay attention to those girls that need to play with themselves in order to get off while you're engaging in intercourse. Her hedonic treadmill is already set and she's programmed her brain to respond more to herself than to you. This is dangerous because it acts like advanced detachment, and Gen Z is statistically more likely to possess advanced detachment over any previous generation due to the lack of community and intact households. This is why they don't mind being single for long stretches of time and brag about how easy it is to cut people off. Fellas, men of the past weren't idiots. This is part of the reason that chastity belts existed. Your girl should only rely on you for pleasure releases. If she's getting it or have gotten it from herself, then she's secretly your enemy. If she ever leaves you, pay attention to how easy it feels. Number 2, she's disrespectful or argumentative.
Why? Because the women ain't supposed to talk like that.
So can I finish?
You right. You're right.
Both of y'all, if y'all think that I'm up here being some type of way because I don't need neither one of y'all for shit. And you're not going to sit up here and talk condescending to me either. Because yes, I am a strong woman, and I am a powered woman, and I don't take shit for no. I don't give a f*** to my daddy, my brother, my man, or sitting next to me on stage.
This is the question. Ask your girl this question. Did she choose a leader or a boyfriend? And she can't say both. And if that question leads to an argument, then you already know where you are, pimpin'. If your girl tells you she chose a boyfriend, then don't take her serious and don't put a ring on it. And if your girl says she chose a leader, then she's a liar because she shouldn't be arguing with you and she shouldn't be disrespecting you, which means she's secretly your enemy. Women like this may possess that type A personality that I mentioned in part 1 of this series. Number 3. She consumes toxic content.
When a man says, I've been taken advantage of financially before, he's trying to tell you he's not going to give you any type of money. So your response should be, oh, I'm so sorry you were having financial issues. I didn't know. Are you sure you're able to, be out and about and paying for dinner and things like that? Because maybe you shouldn't really be dating right now if you're unable to, afford it. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
What I mean by toxic content is she listens to Sexy Red or any other Jezebel artist. She may watch pro-feminist anti-male garbage like The View, or she subs to that sprinkle sprinkle lady. Fellas, you have to pay attention to what catches your girl's attention. If she tries to hide this, then you can identify it by the way she does her hair, the way she dresses, and how she does her makeup. Look for the baby hair gelled to the forehead and the temples. Look for the Feed Me Seymour, Little Shop of Horror, Alien Venus flytrap eyelashes. Look out for the affinity to bright red lipstick, revealing clothing, or the need to twerk whenever she's happy. Women that consume Jezebel content on their own relates to that content. The message in that content penetrates her deeper than you ever can. Had to put the headband on for this one because it's about to get real. Number 4, beware the alpha widow.
It's so scary. It's so crazy because it's like I really, really like him and I really, really, really like don't want to like not be with him, but at the same time too, like, I'm too effing old to do this shit. Like, I've already spun around this block a few times. Like,
the alpha widow is a woman that has been deeply imprinted by a previous partner or partners. Your girl has a circle of intimacy. Her hedonic triggers like arousal, comfort, and excitement depend on. Her previous partners has piqued those triggers, and she may look for them in you. If you fail to match or exceed those triggers, she will reach a stage I like to call terminal unfulfillment. If your girl gives you half-hearted responses to your romantic gestures, or she's rarely excited about sex, she may have terminal unfulfillment. This can even affect virgins. Your virgin girl can feel a fear of missing out and then leave you and then go on a 304 phase. Number 5, she scores high on the circle of intimacy's excitement spectrum. Every woman has a unique circle of intimacy, but there's 2 main spectrums: excitement and stability. Your girl is secretly your enemy if she's too deep in the excitement spectrum.
Unspoken thing that I think more people need to talk about is that when you're in a long-term relationship, apparently this woman is in one, lots of children as well, is that people never prepare you that if you're in a long-term and monogamous relationship, there is a monotony that kicks in and nobody warns you. How are you going to face the day when you're like, wow, safe and secure and healthy is also sometimes really boring.
Thank you.
And I think there's a reality there that a lot of people don't get. There are no classes for that.
To identify, you have to look at how she would rather behave minus your judgment. Is she impulsive? Does she like to go clubbing? Would she describe herself as a free spirit? Does she experiment with drugs? Is she liberal? Does she have tattoos and piercings? What about her past? Has she had a 304 phase or a party and drink every weekend phase? Does she have a gay best friend? And does she miss hanging out with that gay best friend? If your girl scores high on the excitement spectrum, fellas, it's only a matter of time before she leaves you. Proper relationships are typically boring, so unless you got her in the fun only category, you about to F around and find out. Number 6, the undercover single mother. Fellas, the undercover single mother is a woman that has had and to a lesser degree, miscarriages. You're still going to get the mental negatives of dealing with a single mom.
Hey guys, it's Lindsay. I know I look like a scrub, but I just have to get on here and confess to someone about what I did. I've been dating this guy for like a year, and he does not know that I've had 3. Like, I definitely want to be a mom someday. Like, I would even be a mom now if it was the right guy, but I really like him, but he's only 5'5", and I do not want kids that are short. Should I tell him?
Most, if not all, these women need therapy and take medications. Fellas, women aren't as stable as they would have you believe. Babies take a lot out of a woman. Plus, the studies show that these women have long-lasting mental and physical health issues. Number 7, she bullies you into commitment or marriage. Fellas, it's not your job to convince your girl she's worth more than she currently is to you. Unlike most women, men have the ability to genuinely love without emotional bias. Just like a broken clock is right twice a day, women are telling the truth when they say a man that wants to is a man that will. If she's trying to bully you into commitment or marriage, there's usually a secret hidden agenda. Even if it's your fault, even if you're not mature enough, marriage never fixes any problems. Having children does not fix any problems. If you guys are not equally excited about it, don't do it. Don't let her, society, family, or friends try to talk you into doing something that is not in your heart to do. Number 8, any girl that comes after your success.
In my experience, the worst people to deal with are the athletes. None of them use condoms, really. So if y'all really want to try to come up off a check off a man, I mean, you could just fuck an athlete. They're really dumb. I don't like talking about my history with men I'm dating, I guess until now, because most of the guys that I've dealt with are gonna have more money than you. And you're gonna feel a way about it. I know the male ego is fragile, like the ball sack that hangs in between your legs. Woo!
Fellas, find Miss Right while you broke. Do not let the manosphere or red pill content deceive you into believing all this high value man crap. We see what happens to high value men that get with these women that wasn't there shooting with them in the gym. Women that wait at the finish line are just as loyal as Delilah in the Bible. And speaking of the Bible, there was a passage that said it's easier for a man to go through the eye of a needle than to get into heaven. That same logic can apply to a rich man trying to find a genuinely dutiful wife. Which brings me to number 9. Your girl has a stronger attachment to family and friends than she does to you. Your girl's family and friends may be a major contributing factor to your success or failure in that relationship. If your girl runs to family and friends anytime there's an issue between y'all, it's only a matter of time before your relationship is over. Fellas, this won't sound right, but I must say it. If you have it within your ability to move your girl away from family and friends, you need to do it. I know how that sounds, but the logic is solid. If you guys are having issues and she's running to family and friends and they don't check her, they come to check you, you got problems. It's time to move. And if you can't move for whatever reason, I promise you that there will come a day where you will watch her walk out of that door. And guess who will be outside to pick her up? Those same family and friends. Fellas, share this video. Share it with your brothers, your nephews, and the men in your family. Whether they agree or not, tell them to watch this video and debate some of the talking points. The YouTube algorithm is not gonna push this video very far, so be sure to do your part and share this with the men in your family. And finally, number 10, the girl that habitually shares her private life on social media. Fellas, she is chasing a damn dream, and she's secretly your enemy because she's chasing the idea of you, not you. You're simply the body that matches that idea, which means she's more than likely a serial monogamous. A serial monogamous woman is the type of woman that chases the honeymoon phases of relationships. And once that honeymoon phase is over, you only got maybe a couple more months before your relationship is over. Luckily, this woman is easy to identify. She keeps her social media constantly updated, and she also keeps a roster of men that she labels friends. They're likely to be into tarot cards, crystals, readings, astrology, or some misguided interpretation of Christian principles. This type of woman is extremely likely to leave you. So for the love of God, do not fall in love and do not take her seriously.
I finally cracked the code for permanently staying in the honeymoon phase with your partner. Now, before you think that's not possible, I can be gone for 15 minutes and this man will greet me like I've been gone for a week. There's not one time I've said, hey, I really feel like a walk. And he's been like, nah, I'd rather stay home. And no matter how mad we may be at each other, we always sleep in the same bed. Isn't that right? Get a dog.
But anyway, man, that's the video for today. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like the damn video. Be sure to click her to see TikTok Jezebels give your boy hell in America. Be sure to follow me on TikTok at NGEnevergoodenough, all one word. Or be sure to follow me on my Instagram at NGE_nevergoodenough. And if you want to do some business with me, be sure to hit me up on my email at NGEnevergoodenough@gmail.com. And remember, become the change you want to see. It's your boy, NGE. Peace.